Hello guys, welcome to my channel, Full on Drama. Today I have brought you 5 wedding stories. Story 1. Am I the asshole for wearing my wedding dress to someone else's wedding? I, 20 female, married my husband 2 years ago. We aren't rich and don't care that much about weddings, so I wore my prom dress to my wedding. It's not a super fancy dress or anything. It's basically a long sequin dress in deep dark blue with one sleeve. My friend Chiara, 22 female, was attending my wedding. Since the wedding, I wore it on a few occasions because it's basically the only one fancy dress I own. Recently, Chiara was getting married and I was obviously invited. The wedding color scheme was dark blue and she requested fancy attire, so I thought my dark blue dress would be fine. It's not white and it's not even remotely close to a wedding dress. I also didn't feel like wasting money on another fancy dress that I wouldn't ever wear again, especially since we aren't rich. So I showed up at her wedding in my dark blue sequin dress. It wasn't standing out or anything. Most of the guests were wearing even more fancier dresses. However, when Chiara saw me, she lost it. She yelled at me in front of all the guests, in front of her husband and my husband, saying that what I did was horrible and that no one shows up at a wedding in a wedding dress. I tried to reason with her, saying that the dress isn't a wedding dress. It's the only fancy piece of clothing I own. I wore it to multiple occasions before and after my wedding. She didn't listen and kept yelling at me to the point her bridesmaids and her husband started trying to calm her down. She also said a bunch of unsavory names to me. I was very upset with the drama and decided to leave with my husband. Then I started getting texts from Chiara, who blamed me for upstaging her on her wedding day, for driving a wedge between her and her husband since he said that she overreacted massively and upset her friend over a dress. I decided to ignore them because I think she is being unreasonable, but a part of me thinks that I was an asshole because I wore the dress to my own wedding. So, am I the asshole? Story 2. Am I the asshole for not wanting my sister at my wedding since she is in a wheelchair and will take up all of the spotlight? My sister, 26, has been on and off out of the hospital. I am going to call my sister Anna. Anna got cancer when she was 15 and was able to beat it. Ever since she has been having growths and anytime one appears, we are worried about the cancer coming back. My issue is that she always makes these announcements that she needs to go to the doctors again at the worst times. At the beginning, I thought it was just bad timing, but it has happened so many times when I hit a milestone. My graduations, my birthdays, my engagement party. Anytime she makes an announcement she needs to go back to the hospital, my whole family would flock to her. I have had my birthday dinner turn into my relatives flocking to her for the whole night. I had a dinner party to announce my wedding date for my relatives. It was going so great and it was a fun time until Anna told mom she needs to go back to the hospital. Soon everyone forgot about the reason for the dinner party and it was quiet. My aunt even stepped in to do a pray for Anna. Another event was taken over. I went low contact with her after that. She was invited to the wedding and it is in 2 weeks. I learned today she is in a on and off in a wheelchair from my mom or Anna. She will need to take it just in case for the wedding. I asked if the rest of the family was informed and she told me no. I told both of them they need to inform them. They told me they don't want to worry them and won't do that. I had enough and told them you need to tell before my wedding. Again a no. I then informed them Anna is not invited. This started a huge argument about how I'm a dick and my point is that I am sick of her stealing the spotlight. That what will happen if she rolls in with a wheelchair. Edit. I'm going to do a mass blast to all my relatives, saying she is in a wheelchair and unsure if she will be able to make it to my wedding. Keep my sister in their thoughts and prayers. I'm getting ahead of this. So, am I the asshole? Story 3. Am I the asshole for replacing my maid of honor? I am getting married and my bachelorette party has started being planned. My best friend Katie is planning the bachelorette party. I had not officially asked her yet to be my maid of honor, but it was assumed. We've been friends since kindergarten and talked about this our whole lives. Prior to meeting my fiance, we had quite a party lifestyle and Katie always joked around about this being the last hurrah. We were going over the guest list to the bachelorette and I explained I wanted my mother-in-law and my fiance's brother's wives to attend. So an additional 3 people. I let her know I had told them they were invited. Katie said she didn't want them there because the activities wouldn't be appropriate. So I said that's okay and we can find something else to do and that if anyone paid any deposits or any cancellation fees, I'd give her the money spent back. After some arguing, Katie said I'm taking all her work for granted and that she was done. I wasn't sure if she said that out of anger that would be typical for her or not, so I called one of my future sister-in-laws, Jess, and just needed to vent. Jess said she'd come over and we'd figure it out. Jess called my other future sister-in-law, Ashley, and they came over with my mother-in-law and we planned a whole new bachelorette party in a couple hours. I'm actually really excited for it. They really saved the day. I had a conversation with my fiancé and asked if he'd think it was weird if I asked them both to be my maid of honors instead. They were both already going to be bridesmaids and their husbands are my fiancé's best men. My fiancé said he thinks they'd really love that and it would help us bond more. So the next day, I officially asked them both at family dinner in front of my in-laws, fiancé, his brothers, and some extended family. We all cried and none of us have sisters, so we all joked about how we finally had them. My future sister-in-laws posted pictures to social media and captioned it, "All the insert last name girls. We can't wait to spend this special day with our newest sister." Katie saw this and flipped out on me about how I'm just replacing her and how I don't even care about her feelings. She said I'm throwing away our friendship over girls who haven't been there for me my whole life. And how could I just replace her role on the most important day of my life within 24 hours? Katie even commented on the post saying, "The betrayal. Katie is making me feel like such an asshole." My fiancé thinks Katie is overreacting and for me not to worry about it. I just want someone's opinion who unbiased. So, am I the asshole? Update. I had a conversation with my husband and we've read most of the comments. He agrees that under no circumstances would we tell my sister-in-laws that they wouldn't be the maid of honors anymore. They've been nothing but wonderful, supportive, and helpful. And we also took into the consideration that maybe Katie and I are just drifting apart and growing differently. I did call Katie and tell her that I love her, appreciate her, and want nothing but the best for her always, but that I am going to keep my sister-in-laws as my maid of honor and that I want her to be my bridesmaid more than anything, but I understand if she doesn't want to be. Katie said she still wants to be a bridesmaid, but she's hurt and feels like I'll replace her with them. We talked and I don't know where our friendship will end up, but it seems like right now we're okay. Story 4. Am I the asshole for not continuing my reception after my husband went behind my back? My now husband Lucas 26 and I female 25 were getting married. We decided to tie the knot as we were having a little girl together and are madly in love. So leading up to the wedding day, Lucas told me that his best man Jacob wanted to propose to his girlfriend as it would be a great time and it is a nice venue to do it at. I said that I didn't want him to propose at our wedding as it is our special moment, not theirs, and that they can do it sometime else. Lucas told me that his friend was mad that I didn't agree. I just wanted the wedding to be about us because it was our special day. After that disagreement, I thought nothing of it. Fast forward to my wedding day. We had finished the church service and now we're at the reception. We're all having fun eating. I'm eating my food and then Jacob stops the music at the DJ booth to make an announcement. I just knew from that moment he was going to propose. I looked to see where Lucas was and he was holding red and white roses, walking out to stand in front of Chloe, Jacob's girlfriend, spelling out, "Will you marry me?" I was shocked that they went behind my back when I said no. I got up out of seat and walked out. It's been 2 days since the wedding and my husband cursed me out for not letting them have a special moment. I responded with, "I wanted the day to be about us because it's our wedding, not theirs, and I am happy for them, but the worst thing was even though I said no, you went behind my back about it." Since that argument, he moved to the guest bedroom and now most of my friends are cursing me out on all my socials. So, am I the asshole? Story 5. Am I the asshole for telling my sister she is an idiot if she thought her actions at her wedding wouldn't have consequences? Quick backstory. My bio dad died when I was young and my mom remarried when my sister was 8 and I was 10. We are now in our late 20s. Stepdad focused a lot of his time providing for us, so I never got close to him, but I am grateful for him. I am engaged and my sister is going to marry in about a month. My wedding will be in a year. Both of us are close to our mom though. My sister, who I will call Noelle, fucked up in my opinion. At first I was on her side, but now I just feel bad for stepdad. Noelle isn't going to have him walk her down and give her away. I understand this is her decision, and when that came out, I helped my mom and stepdad understand that it was her choice. The turning point happened last week when she told us that he will not be sitting at the family table. When asked her why, she made it clear he wasn't family to her. Again, her right, but damn, he is the reason we had such a good childhood and are debt-free. He paid for college and worked a ton. I knew this would result in them not going to the wedding and they informed my sister. She called me upset and was ranting about how it was her wedding, that she was being abandoned. I had enough and told her she is an idiot if she didn't think her actions wouldn't have consequences. She called me a jerk and hung up. I am unsure if I was a jerk and I feel guilty since I am now closer to my parents since I promised he can walk me down at my wedding. So, am I the asshole? Please like, share, and subscribe.